Sailing the length of Wales, being out beyond the sight of land, surrounded only by the sounds of waves and diving birds. For me, this is more than just a trip. It's a test of all of the hours of sailing I've watched, all of the skills learned on my day skipper course, a test of all of the experience I've been building up over the past years, and now there was only one way to find out whether it was enough. It's 6 in the morning here. Here is the boat. She's a Moody 36 and she's a proper beast. It's feeling quite light this morning. It's supposed to be 10 gusting 20, which to be honest probably better for us to begin with if it's quite light. And then definitely the next few days it's getting up to gusts of 30 knots. We'd actually planned to set off the day before, but high winds of up to 35 knots meant we had to postpone it. This meant that we were expecting big swells to meet us out in the middle of the Irish Sea. So this is the Milford Haven Channel, and this is where my grandmother learnt to sail, and she would tell me about it before the oil refinery was installed. And you can see how it would have been just the perfect place to learn to sail. As soon as we came out of the channel, the swell was already funneling in, and the clouds as well weren't looking good. You can see a squall building over there, and later we'd be hit by one of them. But for now, it was time to get sailing. Oh, this is awesome. We've got like 30 gannets and a dolphin, nice. Just setting up the cruising chute. We are out, coming past I think sort of Pembrokeshire. It's not too wavy, not too windy. What you can see us doing here is we've attached a line to the sheet with a running hitch. This will take the strain and allow us to move the sheet further aft, which will give us a more open sail shape, which is better for when you're dead downwind. So we've got some pretty serious wind coming, we think, so we're going to do a quick drop of the spinnaker because that doesn't look very fun. With the squall approaching, the absolute worst happened. The cruising chute was stuck at the top of the mast. Hang on, let me clip on.
that away from. Yeah,
should be coming down.
I think once it, I think there's a loop, and I think it's actually caught right at the very top on the on the bloody.
Can you bring it up again to try and get it?
Try that, but when I pull it up.
The squall was fast approaching and this thing was just completely stuck. This was really quite a nerve-wracking moment. So I had suggested that we tie the cruising chute around the mast, but luckily in one last pull Dave managed to get it down.
Yeah.
We've got, hang on.
This is the first time I've been hit by a squall, so I don't really know what to expect, but I'm quite excited. It doesn't look too bad, so I don't think there's anything to be concerned about, but I need to get out there to be helpful and ready.
We'll need to straighten the main, I think. With
Yeah.
the wind on the right, it's going to crash the beginning. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay. I agree. The question is how can we get this in?
I'll have to swing us into the wind. The main will go to a position and we'll be able to bring it in.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna go. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to come up into the wind and I bring it in? Yeah.
We'll still get propulsion.
Yeah.
It's basically 20 knots of wind.
Yeah.
So auto helm, when it gets wet, the auto helm slips.
Yeah, wow.
So they're trying to fill it on the texture.
So we're about almost halfway of the distance. We're just out here, have a look. So we started down here, Milford Haven, around here. Today we're just coming up to this point here, and then we're going to go through the Menai Strait to Bangor. The Menai Strait, very infamous for being difficult to navigate. I've had a look at the charts and it looks really hard. So tonight when we anchor up, we're going to have a proper look to see what we're dealing with. Plus I'm sailing with Dave has just gone to have a nap, so I'm all clipped in, out. The only bit of land which is kind of annoying, which you can see, is the mountains of Wales. Other than that, there's just no land in sight, which is something I've never experienced before, and it's pretty cool. We're 20 nautical miles away from any land, which is also pretty new to me. So yeah, this is just awesome. Sorry about the screeching, that's just the autopilot. Lots of dolphins, lots of gannets and shearwaters. The Squall was interesting. We saw it approaching us and it just sort of hit us, properly hit us. I'd never been in a Squall before, and it lasts a lot longer than I thought. Luckily we just had a bit of the Genoa out, because we obviously saw it coming. That felt pretty controlled, but now it's all cleared up and it's pretty nice. There were a couple of scary moments. So when we had the spinnaker sock stuck at the top of the mast, it just got jammed on the pulley or something that the halyard did. We saw this Squall coming in and we just thought, well crap, we're gonna have this spinnaker up. At least we've got a sock for it. So I think we would have tied it around the mast or something, but still that could have been really quite bad. Not caught any fish as of yet, slightly disappointing, but yeah, I'm just loving it.
Inshore waters forecast issued by the Met Office at 1100 UTC on Tuesday, 6th of August 2024. Inshore waters forecast 12 miles offshore for the period 1200 UTC, Tuesday, 6th of August, 1200 UTC, Wednesday, 7th of August 2024. General situation. Low pressure will remain slow moving to the south of Iceland during Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night, maintaining a showery south to southwest flow. Outlook for the following 24 hours. Southwesterly 5 or 6, decreasing 3 or 4. Backing southerly 5 or 6 later. Occasionally 7 later in north. Slight or moderate. Showers, then rain later. Good. Occasionally pour later.
Okay, so that was the maritime safety forecast, saying 5 or 6, which is good for us on this sort of boat downwind. That's pretty fine. Good speed, but they did say occasionally 7. 7 is getting on the point of being sort of uncomfortable and too much. Yeah, slight or moderate sea state, that's good. We're just navigating past some overfalls which are to the west of us. Lots of overfalls in this stretch of water, so our navigation has been sort of just going in and out of them, just avoiding them. But yeah, time now is 4:30. We set off at 6:30 this morning, so what's that, 10 hours? Yeah, feeling fine. Not caught any fish yet, which isn't good.
The sun was setting and I'd now have to experience my first bit of proper night sailing. I'd done a bit before on my day skipper course, but never offshore and never for more than 4 hours. We were now coming up to Bardsea Island and we really felt like we were making some good distance.
And then, yeah. Oh, that's I'll be quiet. Yeah, not in this. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not. But what happens is when the lost spots get near, they disappear.
Okay.
Can be maybe the radar in standby.
Yeah.
And then look at it for 5.
So the time now is 9:10. We're going along at sort of 7 knots. We've got about 2 knots of tide with us. The sun has gone down, but it's a lovely, lovely evening. Still goose winging along, and finally we can see land. Bardsea Island just here, which is pretty cool to have the sort of experience of going off so far that you can't see any land at all, and then to see it just appear on the horizon is quite cool. So I'm really glad I've had that. The plan now is to keep coming along here. We've got some overfalls to avoid along this peninsula. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of it. So we're going to come up around here and into a little anchorage here, which will be nice and sheltered because it's been a southerly wind. We're hoping to get there at sort of 12:30 in the morning, so we'll have probably 3 hours of night sailing, which I'm quite looking forward to. We've got radar set up, so I'm excited to sort of learn and how to use that properly. Yeah, awesome evening. Still no fish.
So now it was officially night time. Here I am up on deck again, tying on the preventer. I have to be honest, it's quite scary because of course you know that if you fall in, that is it at night. But when you're actually there, you get the sense that that is actually true. You can understand how if you fall in, you know, you're just not going to be found. So that's why from this point onward, I was clipped in at all times.
You've got the sheets.
Yeah. We are probably 3 hours away, doing 8 knots. There's no moon tonight, so it's going to get quite dark. We're still benefiting from a bit of light. But yeah, we've got the radar going and the chart plotter, all is well. Still goose winging. And wind is pretty perfect, so yeah. It's only my second time night sailing. Last time was on the day skipper course, so it's very different. This is real, which is cool. Yeah. It says it's mud on the bottom here as well. If you can shine. I don't know how much I trust this. Can I have the light? Oh God. it be helpful if you came up here and held the light? I'm gonna lose it, Hang on. Can you hold the light?
Have you lost it?
No, I've still got it. Hopefully the boat will just swing. And it's fine. I've still got it. Okay. Can you shine the light around to the anchor? And so that concludes day one. Now in my cabin, looking forward to having a nice sleep. It's 2 in the morning. We left at 6. So how many hours is that? Like 18? That was some quick maths for 2 in the morning. But we covered 120 miles, which is pretty impressive for one day. Pretty much the whole length of Wales, which is so cool to me. Yeah, such a great experience. We just had the perfect wind. We had just such a good variety of conditions as well. It looks like I've got a friend to share my cabin with. Nice. Well, whatever. Right, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. And so that concludes this week's video. Join me next week where we navigate the Menai Strait. We encounter some decent waves actually coming into the strait. And yeah, we navigate through the swellies. It's quite cool. And a big thank you to my coffee supporters. You guys enabled me to pay for the train journey there and back, so I really couldn't have had this experience without you guys. And also, this is the same boat I was meant to be sailing to the Faroe Islands with, so with Dave and a couple of his mates. Evidently, I'm not on a boat going across the North Sea. I was meant to be leaving today. I've sort of made a video which is up on Coffee now, explaining why I've not been able to do that. It's just not something I really want to put to the whole of YouTube. But yeah, so subscribe to see next week's episode, part 2.